This is your daily reminder that decentering men from your life is a daily practice. Decentering male approval, male attention, our internalization of the male gaze, like all of it is a daily practice, and some days are a lot easier than others. Forgive yourself. It's not your fucking fault. It's the water we're swimming in. And decentering men from your life is, it feels like you're constantly swimming upstream. But this past year I started taking poetry classes taught by Chelsea Diane.
Oh, nice.
I love that woman. And in one of her classes, she told us a sentence which blew my mind. I swear to God, this one sentence helped me unravel years of internalized misogyny. Chelsea said that she has never met a man more powerful than her. Not to say that he doesn't exist, but she has yet to meet him. You have never, ever, ever met a man more powerful than you. Not to say he doesn't exist. But you haven't met him.
But you have not met him. Inferior. Inferior, the majority of men a lot of women come across, according to the author of the poem.
A man more powerful than you.
She has never come across a more powerful man in her life. Wow. Decenter men. Yeah. Because women find value in decentering men, not requiring validation from us. And it's like, okay, that's cute. How true is it?
It's a damn lie.
Not to be dramatic or anything, but the dating pool makes me want to kill myself. Well, what the fuck do you mean you want me to ask you out on a date, dude?
Men can actually and categorically ruin your life. So we're sitting down saying,
yes, and a good man can still be bad for you. It is so easy to assume that when we say that men can ruin women's lives, we are only talking about toxic men who disrespect women, when that is not true.
Okay.
Good men who have different expectations for relationships than you do, who have morals and values that don't align with yours, who want to live a certain lifestyle that you are not interested in. Those men are also a danger to your life. Which brings me to my next point, which is that having this mindset that all men are trash while still being open to the idea of being in a relationship in the future is doing a disservice to yourself. Because when you meet a man who is a decent human being, it is going to be that much harder to figure out whether you two are actually compatible, or if you are just not used to a man treating you with bare minimum respect.
Okay, very good points. Very, very good points. Because a lot of this dissenter men conversation women are having, there's a glaring point a lot of men keep making. Now, a lot of men do troll in the comments, but a lot of men are saying, yo, all men don't want you anyway.
Damn right.
It's like, what difference would it make? You can understand some women dissenter men because they've been through a lot, okay? But some women are dissentering men because they can't get the man they want, or they can't get a man, or no man wants to commit to her for a long time. That's why a lot of women are dissentering men. A lot of them are just lonely.
And when you add that onto a scarcity mindset, this idea that you need to choose the option in front of you because you do not believe that there is going to be a better fit coming your way, it is not shocking that there are people who are in unhappy relationships despite believing that they chose a good person. Because two things can be true at once. Someone can be a kind, decent human being and still not be the right fit for you. Which is why it is so important to decenter men. Because when you are in this mindset where you are living a life and making a life that is fulfilling for you, you are not going to allow anyone to be your partner. Because
yeah, some women decenter men for good reasons, okay? But let's not forget the forcible cat ladies, not women that just want to be a cat lady. No, she's forced to be, so get a cat.
why?
Because it's tired, it's boring now.
A man more powerful than you.
It's boring, it's 2024. This illusion that women have that they're just so wanted by men and so desired that they have to fend out, they have to fight men off is ridiculous. Some women, yes. All women, no. That's not reality. Some women get a lot of attention, but it's nowhere near the attention they want.
You are going to be comfortable leaving that spot open for the right person instead of just anyone. Your life, your goals, your future are way too important for you to put at permanent risk because you based a decision off of temporary panic and pressure.
I don't know whether it's spiritual maturity or emotional maturity, but I know that being desired no longer does it for me in the way that it used to. Like, you being attracted to me is regular. And I say that in the most humble way possible. Because I'm not saying like, oh, obviously I'm so attractive, like why wouldn't you be attracted to me? That's not it at all. But attraction doesn't equate to value. Just because someone sees the surface level of you doesn't mean that they see you enough to value you.
A couple weeks ago, something happened to me within a relationship, and it really just opened my eyes as to like how hurtful men are. Okay. I've known that for quite some time, but it's like men are so hurtful with no remorse. I no longer have a desire to get in a relationship. Oh. I no longer have the desire to get married. Damn near about to give up on my dreams of becoming a mom one day. I'm not trying to be a misandrist. I'm not trying to H-word men again, but it's like, how could you not? Wow. They are so hurtful. They are disrespectful, disloyal, rude.
Videos like this are exactly why I make the kind of content that I make, because it is genuinely just so sad to me. Like, it's not even like, oh, I hate men or whatever, this like radical feminist thing. It's not that, and I don't hate men. Like, I love.
For some reason, I don't believe her. No, she's, probably being honest. For some reason, I don't believe her, though. I don't believe it. Feel some toxicity coming from this woman.
Of men, like, I want to get married and all that stuff. There's just something so painful to me about a beautiful woman losing her shine and her inner glow and her excitement for life over a crusty, dusty man that she was just trying to love and like bring up, and he did nothing but destroy her.
My eyes as to like how hurtful men are.
Okay, let's be honest here. Let's stop acting as if all women are dating from this high level of emotional intelligence and they're all dating with this high level of precision. No, they're not. No, they're not. A lot of women date recklessly. The point a lot of these women don't want to admit is they center very low quality men. They orbit around very low quality men. Then when these low quality men don't show them any respect because it's like, why does he need to care? He probably didn't care anyway. Then these women want to shout and scream, oh, these center men, these center men. Did those men these women centered anyway? Some of these women, did those men even want them? Dusty. Or were these women just infatuated with these men and these men were like, okay, carry on? A lot of women have to decenter men because, she was never the center of his world. Damn. Just saying.
This is damage that can last years, a lifetime even. Because the girl wanted to love you, lift you up, and you just wanted to trifle and mess around and literally not even spend 0.5 seconds considering what the other person might be feeling, someone that you claim to love. Like, it's so up. It is so up, and it makes me so mad. We just genuinely want to love and be loved. Like, that is it. Really? That is what most.
Sounds like a lot of women want to be paid nowadays more than loved.
Damn right.
Love? What's the cost of love? How much is it? That seems to be the answer you'd get back.
Most of us aspire to, like, the most innocent thing ever. But we just don't live in a world where it's that simple. We live in a predatory world. I feel like a lot of girls think that there are like all these invisible rules that we have to follow, like don't hurt people, don't be rude to people, don't be selfish, like always tell the truth, especially when it comes to dating. And these are all rules that men do not follow. They just do whatever works best for them.
Cannot intellectualize yourself out of the human desire to be loved, and that's why I think this entire like decenter men, get hobbies instead of dating, it's all BS. And it's coming from people who are too embarrassed to admit how lonely they are out of some like shame they feel for perpetual loneliness. I will explain. All over my For You page, and especially my Twitter, over the past like 2 weeks, people have been discussing this topic, which granted is a reoccurring topic, that like you need to decenter men. That phrase should exclusively apply to not teaching girls that the best thing they can do in life is become a wife and mother, in terms of like, don't center your life around being an accessory to a man's dream. Right? Like, you should have your own personhood. What it does not refer to, and what I think it's very detrimental to tell single people that it refers to, is this idea that like you shouldn't prioritize like romantic love, right?
What a lovely woman, making perfect sense. You can get why the dissenter men thing is a thing. Okay. But she's also making the point, same point I'm making, that a lot of it is BS. A lot of it is just online waffle. Her energies, her insecure energies. Decenter men, please. It's pure cap. Cap from a lot of hurt and broken women who just want to shout and scream about how they were hurt and broken, thus they have to decenter men. Did those men even want them anyway? A lot of women like to be better than the men they date. Is it surprising when he's not great? Just saying.
Platonic love, like the love between your friends, and romantic love. It's the stuff that makes up our fairy tales. It inspires our hopes and dreams. We are wired to want these things. Humans are social creatures. We're meant to live in community with one another. We're programmed to love. and to be loved. And pretending like you can just watch these TikToks or like read a couple of books, get out of this human desire is nuts. And it doesn't even apply when you look at the ways we treat the enduring grief that comes with not having the two other types of love besides romantic, right?
All rules that men do not follow. They just do whatever works best for them. And that's always going to be a winning strategy. It just is.
It's just time for me to just really focus on myself 103,000%. Like, really just strictly lock in on everything that I want to do.
Sometimes you really do need to take a break. And like that can mean a year, 2 years, 3 years, where you don't even try to date. You're just focusing on your goals, focusing on yourself, your health, your wealth. And
Okay, get her point. And this is weird because she's responding to a video and I'm responding to her video. It's like some inception. Okay, whatever. Some women take themselves off the market. Decentering men are, she's celibate. She's celibate now. She's decentered men. She's focused on herself. She's focused on healing and rebuilding herself in her rips and tears, her pains. Yeah. Okay, but that's a hidden truth in the decenter men topic. Some women actually do want a man and want to go back to a man. That's why in some cases it is BS, because a lot of these women are only decentering men because of heartbreak.
I want to commit relationships.
They've had their heart broken, thus they decentered men. But it does not mean when they start dating again, the ones that will start dating again, it does not mean the men are going to want them. Does not mean men are going to treat him better. She's healed herself, yes. But the question is, if a lot more women were accountable, would they need to decenter men in the first place? Or would they have just made better decisions in the first place?
successful, it always is. When you pour into yourself, you see the fruits of that labor, and not even like thinking about dating at all, totally decentering men. Once you go back out into the dating world, there's no man that can take your power from you because it's already all yours. Like, you built everything that you are from scratch, so no man can like take it away from you or diminish it. I really just think that women are like warriors at heart, like a different kind of strength, not a physical strength, but a strength of the soul that just needs to be tapped into more often.
Some women have a good reason to decenter men, some don't. The ones that don't seem to understand that it doesn't matter what men are like, what men do. Some women don't acknowledge that, it's probably you that is the problem. Have a nice day.
A man more powerful than you.